Welcome to another collective alignment reading. I have, for whatever reason, tripped up many times trying to get this reading across, trying to start this video, which I think is actually really relevant to the energy and the energies that are present here within this reading. I'm really excited to deliver this reading because I get this energy. I've been in it, I've swam in this energy, and I've learnt the lessons that are within this situation that I'm here to kind of really talk into as well. So I'm excited to deliver this message, but I'm speaking to someone today. And just before I even get to that, these collective readings, by the way, are me tuning into a specific situation on behalf of a group of people or a collective. And what I'm trying to really do is do more than just validate you and how you're feeling and what's really going on or who you really are and what you're experiencing, but to do more, to present the unseen truths in this situation, because the truth will set you free. And as we all know, that will set the situation free, that will help you come unstuck. The idea of this reading is to give you the insight and the information, should it be taken and actually used, will help this situation move forward, rather than it remaining stuck for however long it needs to remain stuck for. So I'm speaking to someone creative. I'm speaking to someone in a really exciting place in their life where they're finally doing what they really love to do. They're at the beginning stages of that. And you're out there doing your thing. Now, I'm reading for a collective, so I'm keeping things broad. This could manifest itself in so many different ways. You could be an artist, you could be a singer, content creator, reader like me. Whatever it is that you're doing to share who you really are and be creative with the world, you're at the beginning stages where you're just like, finally, here I am, and just like, I'm so excited just to kind of share my music or share my content or whatever it may be, and just excited to be visible, right? And that, even though you think this entire situation is really just about you sharing who you are, which that's partly true, what's really actually been asked of you within this situation, which you're not going to like hearing this, is you're actually in this situation, what's really being reflected back that you're not seeing very clearly. You're kind of just putting up the hand and like, I want to just focus on the good stuff over here. It's really enjoyable for me to just like sing my songs or tell my jokes or create my content and just put it out there and just throw like spaghetti on the wall and let it see if it sticks. That's really fun. But actually, what you're ignoring and choosing to ignore, that the universe and life is kind of reflecting to you, or what's coming up for you that you're not really paying attention to, are all of your own limiting beliefs, your doubts. I know you got a bit of a busy mind. I kind of wrote some things down in meditation before I kind of tuned into this reading properly. And, thoughts like, can I do it? Why am I doing this? Can I? Can't I? Will I? When will it happen? All of these thoughts that are going, all these doubts and all these things are kind of there because they're asking for attention to be paid to them. They're extremely sacred, by the way. Limitations, your personal limitations, your limiting beliefs, the things that create structure, by the way. I'm going to present limitations to you in a way that I promise you've never heard of before, right? And if you truly, whoever this is for, if you truly listen and integrate this and move forward in this way, it will completely unlock your creative pursuits. It will unlock this process for you where, yes, your creative energy can then find structure in a particular direction, because limitations create style. That's not mine. I want to attribute Mami Onami for that one, a spiritual teacher of mine that I really, really adore. Limitations create style. Limitations create structure. Limitations create direction. Limitations within you just show you the part of yourself that is looking to be transformed at the moment. The part of you that's crying out for attention, where not what you're doing at the moment, just kind of like pushing it to the side and just focusing on the fun stuff. But this situation's actually asking for you to pay attention to the limitations within you and in your situation and learn to love them. Learn to become conscious of them and learn to use them consciously. And if you want to, look at the link in the bio and you want to work with me personally on this situation, I can connect to your personal energy and I can provide you more navigational sort of guidance and so forth if we do work together a little bit more on this. But back to the reading, link is in the bio. Learn to love your limitations. As human beings, we have a limitless version of ourselves. We have a creative version of ourselves. But if you notice that everything you've ever created in your life has also required the limits in that situation, to lean into the limits and limitations in order for the structure of that creation to be able to have direction and structure, and for it to come to life in a way that makes sense. Because creativity is beautiful and messy and chaotic, and it's that spaghetti thrown up against the wall. But if we can instead put the spaghetti in a pot and specifically mix certain ingredients in a certain way, the spaghetti can actually taste better. It can actually have a specific recipe and method and direction, rather than just cooking up anything in the moment and just seeing what happens, right? So learning to love limitations is the core message here. Do not ignore and do not be afraid to go into the limitations. Lean into the limitations, right? Learn to consciously use them, which means be intentional with limitations, which is just be intentional with the structure, be intentional with the identity you are looking to embody, who it is that you're trying to become. Because that creative force that's awakened within you needs limitation. It needs structure. Otherwise, it's just all over the place, right? So who is it that you're trying to be? If you don't know, figure that out. Why are you here? What are you trying to do? Who are you trying to serve? What direction are you going in? This is the masculine energy. The limitations is masculine. It allows for the feminine creative spark that you've ignited to have a specific direction and vision and intention and funnel for that energy to be funneled into. If you're a singer, for example, that might look like knowing what days of the week you're going to sing and when and for how long, and to also understand that an internal process of identity is evolving from within you. So becoming conscious of that. If especially this is really new for you, learn to love the limitations. So I could go on for a lot longer with this, but those are the core messages, those are the core reflections. This is really what I've been called to talk into on your behalf. My hope is that you do take what resonates from this and actually integrate it and bring it into your creative process and into your life, so that the benefits can really be felt, seen, and heard. Until the next one, thank you.